2020 was a year of change for many law enforcement agencies in the wake of George Floyd's death. And now the California Department of Justice is launching their own investigations into officer-involved shootings, specifically those for victims who were unarmed. Now, the California Police Shooting Investigation Team will investigate those deadly shootings, which is all part of Assembly Bill 1506 that was announced by the State Attorney General Rob Bonta today. This bill is looking to change the process for any internal investigations and hold more people accountable. And we're diving deeper into that bill tonight and breaking down what it means to actually be unarmed. Lawmakers define unarmed civilian as someone who does not have a deadly weapon on them during an arrest or shooting. But this also got us wondering what qualifies as a deadly weapon. Well, the bill says a deadly weapon is in part defined as any loaded weapon that can be shot or is capable of killing or seriously injuring another person. That means guns count as a deadly weapon, of course, but so do crossbows. And there are also several types of different kinds of knives, clubs, and metal knuckles that meet that criteria for a deadly weapon. And so far this year, local law enforcement agencies have been involved in more than 4 officer-involved shootings. And 23 ABC spoke to several agencies about what these state-level changes mean and how they will impact local law enforcement going forward. 23 ABC's Brianna Willis is live from the Kern County Sheriff's Office over in Oildale with that reaction. Good evening, Brianna.
Good evening, Alex. Yes, we talked with Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer and Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, who both say while the bill has some flaws, they are ready to work with the state.
And there are some problems with 1506 and what an armed suspect is from our standpoint.
It's a point of concern for Kern County Sheriff Donnie Youngblood. A new bill will have the California Department of Justice investigate officer-involved shootings of unarmed people. And while the bill defines what being unarmed is, Youngblood says law enforcement may not have time to figure out if a weapon is real or fake.
Quite frankly, if you're dealing with a replica firearm after a shooting, was it necessary? Of course it wasn't necessary because it was only a replica firearm. Going forward, what the officer saw, was it necessary? Absolutely, because the officer believed it was a real gun.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta announced the bill on Wednesday and says the state will make sure equal justice is served.
Families and communities, I promise you this: the California Department of Justice will follow the facts and seek to ensure every Californian is afforded equal justice under the law.
Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer believes those investigations should stay within the local DA's office.
I think that my voters in Kern County should be able to have a say. Now the Attorney General is going to be looking at these cases, and if the voters of Kern County don't like what the Attorney General does, they really have no say.
While the California DOJ will be looking into those shootings, Youngblood says KCSO will continue on with their own investigations.
We will still work our own administrative investigation. We will still work through it just as we always have, and we will come to a conclusion as quickly as we can whether that officer acted within policy or not.
Youngblood also says he will speak up if he feels the investigation is not right.
It's going to be a fair investigation no matter what. If it's not, and if the district or the Department of Justice were to indict someone that I believe acted within the law, I will say that.
District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer says it's important to know that her office specifically has not received a case where the officer-involved shooting led to the death of an unarmed individual. She says while she was opposed to the bill, she's ready to work with the state as they conduct investigations. Coming up at 6, we'll have more about the changes this bill implementation brings. Live in Oildale, Brianna Willis, 23 ABC News, connecting you.